to the Sip Session. Today, I'm so excited to be chatting with Ariana Joy Christie. She is a mom of 3, podcaster, and a co-host for Friend of Podcast, along with her own podcast, Cup of Joy. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Yay, thank you for having me.
So, you've built this beautiful space online that is just so genuine, honest, and relatable to so many different people out there. And then you've also just recently created this amazing podcast surrounding reality TV and pop culture, which a lot of people, I think, we go to listen to that because it's just relatable and we want somebody to talk to about it. So it's so nice to hear people's opinions because not everybody's husband or partner wants to hear their opinions.
So true.
Right?
Yeah.
So let's start with a very important question.
Okay.
What's in your cup today?
I just have a black coffee. I love nothing more. This is like comfort for me. And it's become like I'm for sure an addict and I'm totally okay with that. But like I fiend coffee all day and I just love a plain black hot coffee. The best.
That's great. Amazing. You're known for your love of reality TV.
Oh, thanks.
What's your current fave show?
Right now I'm really, really loving Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Okay.
It's like such a good, I feel like it's almost underrated. Like people, it's not on everybody's mind.
Yes.
It's incredible. The drama is amazing. The outfits are great. The people are funny. Right now there's a crossover. They're on Below Deck.
Yeah.
Like it's just so good. And the drama is good.
And that's what you need. You need good drama because sometimes when it hits too much, it's like, I feel bad watching and I don't want to watch this anymore, right?
Yes.
Like, it's too much.
But it's juicy. It's good. It's funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing. You've always been so open about motherhood. So the ups, the chaos, the messy parts, just a little bit of everything, you've shared that with your life. And I feel like that is what makes people really connect with you. So in your episode of your Cup of Joy, you opened up about postpartum depression, anxiety, and even postpartum rage. I found that conversation so powerful. I know that it helped me. I'm currently postpartum with my second son. So what helped you start to recognize those feelings and, start to find your way out?
Mm-hmm. I think this is like not so hopeful, but I think I really was like hitting rock bottom. Like I was at the worst I had ever felt. I didn't understand. Sometimes when you're in it for so long, you just think that it's normal.
Yeah.
So I couldn't really recognize that it wasn't good to be in that place. And I think I was so deep in it that I didn't understand that I needed to get out. So there was a night where like I threw a chair. And my husband looked at me and was like, Ariana, which made me more mad.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't empathetic to me. Of course, not his fault in any way, but I just remember that moment of like throwing a dining room chair and being like, who am I?
Yeah.
And the second moment that I truly remember is I was upset. I had I don't know what happened that made me upset, but I looked at myself in the mirror and I thought, oh my God, like who am I?
Mm-hmm.
And I had totally lost who I was, not because of how I looked.
No.
But I just didn't know who I was. What do I do for fun? What things do I enjoy? What do I even like to eat? Like, have I eaten a meal in a week? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just wasn't even going pee when I needed to pee.
Nope.
Like, I remember my therapist being like, that's not normal. Like, going to the washroom is like an actual thing that you have to do. Yeah. And I would hold it to like the last second because everybody else needed me. And so I really realized then like I need help, number one, and I need to do something. Like I have to take action of some sort because I cannot live like this anymore. Yeah. Because it's not good for anybody.
No. Yeah. Not good for you, not good for your kids. Everything.
Exactly.
Yeah. You also had your kids during the pandemic. So that adds like completely different layer to it for you as a new mom and trying to find your footing. So what was that time like for you?
Yeah, it was crazy. And it was kind of the beginning of what started sharing on social media. Yeah. Like when I think back to how I kind of started sharing, it was really during the pandemic. I didn't know anybody who had been through something like that before because no one had.
It's crazy.
I didn't know anybody who had twins.
Yeah.
And I didn't know anybody who had NICU time. So all of those things combined, I thought like normally I would go to my mom for support. She didn't know how to help me and she didn't have the answers that I wanted because she had not had experience with that. All I wanted to know is like, when am I going to bring my babies home? Are they going to be okay? Are they going to survive? And nobody could answer that because they didn't have experience. And so I really selfishly used Instagram as a journal. At that point in time, it wasn't really videos. It wasn't reels. It was more pictures
photos,
and captions.
That's right. Yeah.
And so it was so therapeutic for me because it was almost like journaling. And there were 10 days. So we were in the NICU for a full month. And for 10 of those days, the twins were in separate hospitals. And during that time, I had to discharge myself to go and see Oscar at MAC. And then it was one support person per patient. So Mike and I couldn't even be together. So I really had nobody. I was pumping like on the floor. I was sleeping on the floor. They took all the couches and chairs out of hospitals. Like everybody had a terrible experience. Like it was very hard for everybody. I didn't understand then when I had such bad anxiety after we were home that was probably why.
Yeah.
And I just thought like, oh, that's normal then, because I felt that the entire time of having my children.
Yes.
So when I got home, I just thought like, oh, of course, this is how I feel. Because I felt like that the whole time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was very, very difficult. And I think it made my postpartum more difficult.
For sure.
Probably. I was just anxious and scared of everything.
Yeah. My son was born in the pandemic too. And it's wild to me. Like it feels like it was so long ago, but it really wasn't.
Yeah.
And my experience wasn't like yours, because, you know, he came on time and luckily didn't need any NICU. But I do remember having to go to the hospital without my husband.
Alone, yeah.
And that was crazy because it was my first kid and I never, you know, what is this? And I also remember them being like, I couldn't get a fever. And I guess like my temp was going up and they were like worried about that. And I was like, what does that mean? What happens, you know? And it's just, so it was a crazy time. And to have to go through that and be in the NICU and then take care of your babies at home, like it's a lot. It's a huge life change for you.
Yeah, totally. And I think at that time too, like maybe you had this too, like you imagine being a mom and you imagine all of your favorite people around you and supporting you.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're scared of people.
Yes.
Like I was like, nobody's allowed at my house.
Or there's pictures of like for my first son with masks. People have masks on. It's crazy.
I gave birth with a mask and socks on. Oh, yeah. Like I looked back at my pictures and I was like, why didn't I take my socks off?
You're busy.
So funny. Clearly I was in a different world.
There are other things going on in your life.
Literally.
In that time that just needed to be focused on. Something you said in that episode also really stuck with me, that feeling, you actually already mentioned it, that feeling of looking in the mirror and not recognizing yourself. And in that episode, and we'll talk about it a little bit later because you have gone through this fitness journey and a lot of people online were focused on how you looked and like that regimen. You're like, it's not about how I looked. It's that feeling like, who is this person? It's not just how you look. So that, I think so many moms can relate to that. And when you looked in the mirror, when you had that, like, how did you begin to process, like, I need to find myself and like, where am I going to go to do that? How did you, what was the process in between?
It was
that?
so difficult. Transparently, I was like, I think when we're, as parents, sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to say this appropriately. As a parent, you so badly want to be everything for your kids, and I would do anything for my children. And so during the day when I was with them, I would put on a front. Like I was fine. I put all my energy into being everything I could for them. And everything was fine. Like if you saw me, you'd be like, oh, she's happy and like fully functioning. Like everything's great. And the second that they were in their cribs that night, I would sit down and it was like my bum was glued to the chair. Like I physically couldn't move. Like, yeah, there were dishes in the sink and I would want to do them, but I couldn't get up to do that.
It's like frozen.
Absolutely frozen. I had no motivation to, these things are silly, but like to put on makeup or do my hair. Like I didn't care. I didn't want to put on jeans. I didn't want to, not that you have to do those things, but things that used to make me feel good didn't make me feel good anymore because I didn't want to look at myself. And so I actually ended up going to my doctor and saying like, I think I need like some type of medication or something to help me because I can't function as a human being outside of being a mom.
Yep.
And she said to me, I have a really great family doctor, and she said that if you can find the energy or the motivation to get to a gym or to go for a walk, like exercise is proven to make you feel better. But when you can't get there, like then you need support.
Start with,
so she prescribed me medication to get there.
Yes.
But she did encourage me. She was like, if you feel that you can do it without, like either option is good for you. And so I filled my prescription because I knew like I would have that if I needed it. But something in my mind just was like, I can do this. Like I believe in myself. I want to be able to do this and I have to try.
Yeah.
So I just like really was like, my kids were my motivation. I looked at them and I thought like, I can't show them that giving yourself to everybody else and not helping yourself is healthy. Like that is not. They see me upset. They see me sad. And so I just was like, okay, today's the day. Like every day I'm going to have 5 minutes of movement.
Yep.
And I'm going to start small. And if that's literally only walking around the block while I drink a coffee, like then that's what my movement is that day. But I have to do something. That's just for me. And it started with that. It started where some days, like I'd be at the office and I'd be like, I'm just going to make a coffee and walk around the block. And that's all I would do. But I would feel that much better.
Yeah.
You know?
It's little steps, baby steps, right? Baby steps. And then you
and that grows. And then you become encouraged because you do feel better. You're like, wow, like a bit of sunshine today and fresh air made me feel good. Like now maybe I want to try to run or now maybe I want to try to like lift a weight.
Yeah.
But I was at a point where I was just like, I hadn't moved my body in so long. I was embarrassed to enter a gym. I was scared to know where to start. And as someone who was active before I had babies, I was weightlifting then. And I was like, I don't even know the proper form to lift a weight. I don't know how to write out a workout. Like, I don't know how to go to a gym and do something productive.
You lose yourself in motherhood.
Totally.
Your priorities just completely flip.
Totally. Yeah. So I had to start really small. And then from there, it just like progressively moved forward, I think.
Amazing. Like that, I mean, your story, and I know it resonated with me, but it resonates, I'm sure, with a lot of moms. And that's the thing, like baby steps. Literally baby steps. So wherever anybody is on their postpartum journey, baby steps.
Just a little bit every day. One thing for you. And it doesn't have to be movement. Like for me, because my doctor had said that, I was like, okay, that's what I'm going to go for. But like, it could be reading a book or journaling or drinking a cup of coffee, like whatever it is for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's so powerful to hear you share that part of your journey. And I think that is what makes your online presence, again, resonate with so many people.
Thank you.
And how honest you are about it. You know, like a lot of people can sugarcoat, or you only see, I mean, online, you only see the good parts anyway. I think people really need to remember that. Like, in the background, there's mess, or, you know, I have to remind myself that too. And so it's just, you're very good at showing up and being honest and telling people like, this is the real part of it. It's not always, you know, butterflies and rainbows.
Totally. It's that like Instagram versus reality thing.
100%.
Like, and I think that's why I wanted to show up as exactly who I was, even the worst parts, because I, as a consumer online, was following people and feeling like shit. Like I was like, if they can do it and I look like this, like why? Or if their house is clean and they have 3 kids, like why does my house look like that? And it just like, comparison is truly the thief of joy. And when we're only consuming picture perfect lives, of course we're gonna feel terrible.
Yeah.
So we need to see a little bit of the real stuff too.
100%.
Yeah.
You need a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Balance.
Exactly.
Well, I'd love to talk about that next. Your how being a creator has, you know, created for you a space to connect, express, sometimes even heal. So, what inspired you to start sharing your life online and start? We'll start with your Cup of Joy podcast. Like, what inspired you to say, you know what, I mean, you talked about a little bit for the Instagram part, but then your podcast, what made you say, I'm going to take this a step further and I'm going to start, you know, doing interviews with people and discussing more of these topics online and sharing these bits of my life more?
Yeah. So I think like Instagram, like I said, it was very selfish. Like it was therapeutic for me to be able to write out my feelings and then to hear from other people that they were feeling those things too. I really realized in that time how knowing that you're not alone is so healing and helpful. Like sometimes just understanding that you're not the only person, that someone feels these feelings that you might feel shameful about You know, when I was having a hard time in motherhood, I thought like, I've wanted this my whole life. Like how terrible that I'm not happy right now. But then hearing that other people weren't also, like, it just gives you a little bit of validation. It makes you feel not so alone. So I wanted to provide the support that people provided to me when I was at that time in my life in the NICU and having like the most difficult time. There were so many people that impacted my life that I don't know at all, like strangers online who gave me like their advice or their expertise or just like their experience. And it helped me so much. So I thought, okay, if I can provide that to one person, then like I've been able to do something positive too. And so through that, I connected with so many people on Instagram. And then Instagram started to change into this world of being videos and like, you know, shorter is better and like nothing over 20 seconds. In fact, like sometimes like 6 to 7 seconds is the sweet spot. And it started to become like, if I'm talking about these heavy topics, how can you do it justice with that small
6 seconds
of time? And so some topics I didn't even feel comfortable talking on in that format. And I thought like, how can I connect with these people who are asking me these very deep questions that I want to connect with, but I can't message each of them individually. And I want to be able to provide some type of support and I want to learn too. And so I thought a podcast would be a really great way to speak in longer form about topics that I was speaking about already on Instagram, and a great way to learn from other experts and understand things in the motherhood space and in the self-care space. And at that point in time, I was really wanting to find myself. And so I thought the whole mission would be debunking the myth that self-care is selfish and really showcasing that doing things for yourself help you show up as a better version of yourself in every aspect of life. Motherhood, relationships, friendships, like career, literally everything. Because you can't pour from an empty cup.
No, you cannot.
So that was my mission. That was why I started.
Lovely. I think you've achieved that. I do. I think it's definitely grown and you've reached so many people and helped so many people. So it's working.
Thank you. And the episode that you talked about too, like the postpartum one, I think that was like a really great opportunity to talk on something that I wasn't sure about how to talk about. And it was like the most listened to episode. And even now when people message me like, hey, I'm in a rut, like, how did you like find happiness?
And that was a solo episode. And you were like, I don't really do these.
And I was so nervous.
And you don't need to be, because everybody was like, this is exactly what you need to listen to.
Yes, and it's evergreen. Like now I can just share that with people now who are just starting to follow or who maybe didn't hear it. And it's, I get messages often of people being thankful, which makes me feel good about exposing like a very vulnerable part of my life that I never thought about sharing.
Putting yourself out there online, it can be a very vulnerable thing. You are sharing your life, you're sharing your thoughts, you're sharing your family. How do you find that balance between praise and criticism? Because we all know that everybody behind a keyboard has an opinion and unfortunately loves to share it.
It can be hard sometimes. I think there have been a few times in my life that I've really like spiraled and been like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Or really taken something that somebody has said to heart. And I think it's just when something is so meaningful to you and then that's torn apart, it's really difficult. I try to remember, obviously, that, you know, hurt people. So usually negative comments are coming from people either out of jealousy or that something has triggered them or not from a good place. But on the flip, I think I have the perfect size audience. Like the people who are there want to be there and are engaging. Like I get to have like real conversations with many of my followers. And I just think it's really beautiful. So I'm really grateful that I definitely get more positive feedback than negative. When sharing my family, I think it's hard because my platform started in motherhood. So I can't fully take that away or don't want to. And my kids love to learn like what mom does. And I think I've been having really good conversations with the twins, especially because they're 4 now of like, this is what mommy does for work. This is what daddy does for work. They've come to a couple of work events with me and they've really started to understand. And so when I say yes to a campaign, if it includes my children, like if the brief or my concept has the kids in it, I will always say that if they don't want to film, they won't be in it.
Right.
So if my concept, like for instance, I had one that was with food a couple weeks ago. And I had said like, oh, all 3 of us will like share the snack plate. And then one of my kids just was like, no, I don't want to do it. And I was like, okay. So 2 of them were in it.
Yeah.
So the brand just has to know that maybe the whole family won't be in it. Maybe they will. And it just depends on the day. But I'm never going to pressure my kids into doing something that they don't want to do.
And kids, like 4-year-olds, which you have, they have strong opinions. So like if they say no, it's not happening.
Exactly. And I want them to have strong opinions. So I don't want to say like, no, you can't think that.
Absolutely.
Like, you know?
Yes. Your followers really respond to your mix of honesty and humor. Was that something that evolved naturally over time, or was it something that it was a conscious choice that you show up with?
I think it was just kind of natural. Like, I think, first of all, having twins is like hilarious. Like when I found out that it was twins, like we never anticipated it.
Yeah.
I was like hysterically laughing and crying. Like, you know, when you laugh and cry at the same time, and you're like, oh my gosh, like that was my reaction. So I think just naturally, like funny things happened.
Yeah.
And I think my husband and I like found humor in like the hard parts. And I think that's almost what got us through, which is why maybe that came through in my content was
I think that gets a lot of people through.
If you can't laugh at it.
I know some therapists say like, don't do that.
Yeah.
But honestly,
sometimes you just have to.
You have to. It just gets you through the day.
Yes, exactly. And so I try to find like the humor in moments and my kids are funny too.
Yes.
So like I just, you got to be able to laugh at yourself sometimes.
Absolutely. You've been really open about your fitness journey.
Mm-hmm.
And especially in episode 43, which we've talked about. You talked about how CrossFit helped you kind of reconnect with yourself in a way that you know you hadn't seen in a long time since becoming a mom. I loved how you spoke about finding clarity and strength, both mentally, not just physically. So tell us a bit about that journey. Why CrossFit? Why, you know, I know you said you started with baby steps, but CrossFit seems to now be a big part of your life.
Like it's fully changed my life. The owner of my gym texted me the other day because I posted about, I had set this goal like a long time ago that I really never thought I would even achieve and did it this week. So I feel very, very proud. Thank you. And so he texted me after I posted it and I just was like, he was like, thank you for sharing that. And I was like, no, like, thank you. Like your gym changed my life.
Yeah.
Truly. And so a couple of things on that. I think I always had seen people working at CrossFit gyms, like on social media. And I always thought, wow, that would be so cool. Like I wish to be able to do that one day.
Yeah.
And I never felt like I could. Like I was just intimidated. You know, I signed up at a gym and would go to like the women's only little section in the corner and like just keep to myself. But then you don't really get that community piece of the gym. And that's, I'm a very social person. And so for me, like I wanted the community also. And then prior to my wedding, even like before I had kids, the gym that I was attending was similar to a CrossFit gym. It was weightlifting. It was one trainer, 8 people at a time. You would sign up for your time slot and you would do these workouts that were pre-programmed for you. And it closed during COVID. So when I was searching for like what I felt connected to,
gone.
It was not there. So I thought, what is kind of like that?
Yeah.
And so it was CrossFit. And so I had really thought about it, but never thought it would work for me. I always said like, oh, I don't have the time. I had chatted online to the owner of the gym and just been like, yeah, I don't know if the time frames will work for me. I don't know if I can schedule an hour. Like right now I'm doing like 20 minutes for a workout. I just had a lot of roadblocks and I don't know if it was like myself giving me the roadblocks or, you know?
Yeah. It's hard to schedule.
It's hard.
I feel like as a mom, that is probably one of the main reasons people don't go to the
Totally.
It's trying to schedule it and find that time. So
between nursing and napping and like the twins and Callie were on separate nap schedules. Like it was crazy.
Yeah.
So then finally, I think Renee and I were talking about it. She was thinking about going and we both did our first class on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, which is crazy.
I know. I'm like, why? I don't know.
New Year's resolution. Like
literally.
She is goal oriented.
Very, very goal oriented. And I'm also someone who's very like impulsive. Like if I'll think on something for a bit, but like when I want to do it, like I want to do it. So I just went. And I was like, I'll try it. I'll sit at the back. I'll like go to like my own little spot. I'm not gonna push, like I don't need to put weight on the bar. I'm just gonna try. And then immediately within like a few weeks, I was like, I have to do this. Like, I love this. And now I'm like 6 days a week. Like if I miss a day, like I'm upset.
Yeah.
You know?
It becomes a habit.
It's my thing. I just like live for it. Like I need to go. I enjoy it. The community is incredible. It connects you to people that maybe you wouldn't normally be connected to. And it just really did change my life. And it's not to say that CrossFit is for everybody, but I think once you find what that thing is for you and you find your community, I think the community piece is really what like solidified it for me.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, that's so great.
Thanks.
Yeah. How has feeling your strongest self again carried into how you show up as mom, as a creator, as just yourself?
Very much. I'll say as a mom, in so many ways. Like, I think it's changed the way that I parent. I used to think that like, okay, this part is for me and then the rest is for my kids. And now that my kids have shown an interest in what I do, I get to include them. And so it's really changed everything for me in that aspect. I have one child who I've shared a lot on, is like really difficult to parent.
Yeah.
I've taken him to occupational therapy. He was having these like massive meltdowns. And I've really realized through including him in my things, like that all he wanted was to be included. Like he wasn't having the meltdowns to be
focus on him. Yeah.
Total. And he sees himself as an equal and he wants to be able
100%
to do those things. So now like he comes to the gym with me sometimes, or if he can't come, like I take videos to show him and he wants to know
That's so great.
what I'm doing. And it's so cool to teach them and to show them like you set a goal, you try really hard, you fail, you have to fail in order to succeed. And those times really suck and they're really hard and they're very frustrating. But then when you get it, it's so cool.
Yeah.
And showing them that and teaching them that both in working out, but also in life is so cool.
So cool. That's
so
amazing.
I think they're like transferable lessons and skills. So that's been really, really beautiful. And then I think in terms of just like life, it has just given me confidence back. Like to go back to that person that's looking in the mirror thinking like, who am I? And like sobbing and being so like, I had totally lost myself, to now being fully like content with who I am and like actually loving me is a crazy switch that I never thought was achievable, but totally is.
That's so powerful. It's crazy, right?
And when you experience it, you want everybody, like I want all my friends and family and community to also feel that.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what motivates me to share. Like, you know, though that one walk around the block when I was at the office, depressed, upset, sad, like that turned into me finding something that I love and now being like so happy and showing up as a better mom and friend and in every aspect.
Yeah. Amazing. It's really inspiring to hear how far you've come and like how you've just reclaimed this sense of self, because I feel like a lot of moms or just people in general, as you get older, like it happens and you feel like you lose yourself. So, you know, it's just so powerful that you've decided to share that journey with us. And I think I just want to shift gears a bit and we're going to now talk about your other podcast and your friend Renee.
Yes.
So friend of podcast, it has come out of like a love of reality TV. You and Renee first met at an event. It was like a mom panel event.
Yes.
It's actually a really funny story that you shared.
It's wild.
And you ended up having her over for at your house for dinner, and then like the rest is history.
Yes.
So how did that initial connection just grow into your besties, your work besties? You have this beautiful friend of podcast together, and it's just crazy how far your friendship has come. Like, how did that connection just grow? Yeah,
I believe like there are certain people that are meant to be in your life, and there are certain people that you just fully connect with. I also believe that when you experience things with people, it brings you close together. 100%. So like it's not about the time you've known each other, but like more what you go through together. And so we just connected. We met at that mom conference. She came home with me while I was nursing my twins. We ordered pizza.
So good.
Because there was like this break in between. And then she was like, yeah, I really want to move to Guelph. And I was like, oh, I'm a realtor. So like I sold her a house. And I was like, I'm just recruiting my friends here.
It's like a meet cute. You guys had a meet cute for friends.
It's literally wild if you think about it. And then we just started, like, I was like, oh, if you ever want to go for a walk, like we should just like go for a walk. So we would go for walks, we would go for a coffee, hang out. The content creation space can feel really lonely. So it was nice to know somebody who is in the same space, who didn't see it as competition, but more like collaboration. And then we started inviting each other as plus ones to events because we were getting invited to different things. And then we bonded over our love of reality TV. And we found ourselves at this event with Hey You. And they were like, oh, we wish there was like a Canadian reality TV podcast. And we were like,
well, let me.
If we just put a microphone up, like we talk about this all the time. And we both had our own podcast.
Amazing.
So we had the equipment, we knew what to do. And yeah, now I just feel like so grateful that it's our life. We get to recap the things that we enjoy. We talk about pop culture.
Yes.
We're both mothers. And it was cool because our love of reality TV really came in motherhood. Like this sounds so silly, but like reality TV is like what got us through. Like
100%.
the amount of hours I spent with babies on my tits, just like staring at the ceiling thinking, what am I gonna do? Then I was like, oh, I'm gonna watch a new season of Real Housewives.
Yeah.
I'm gonna binge this new season of Selling Sunset. Like whatever was on, I was watching.
Yeah.
And it really got me through.
It's because you don't have to think.
Yes.
You like, I know that might sound bad to some people, but it's just
like true.
It's just like, it makes you feel good. You're living through their chaos.
Yeah.
It's just
you don't have to think about your life for an hour.
For whatever time.
Yes.
I've never done the Real Housewives, which is crazy.
Oh,
I have
you gotta start.
I
it's
know.
so good.
I'm scared to start because
You'll be
I'm
hooked.
scared that I'll be hooked. But Selling Sunset for sure is my thing, and it has nothing to do with real estate.
Nothing at all. But the outfits are amazing.
The songs that they walk out to.
Yes.
So good. You two often have very differing opinions.
Yes.
So on shows, on topics, so how does that dynamic work? I think it's great.
I think it's what works.
Yeah.
You know, we have an age difference. We really have similar types of humor.
Yes.
So we can poke fun at each other and not feel bad about it.
Yeah.
And I think that helps. Like that if we just agreed with each other on everything, I think it would be boring.
Sure. Absolutely.
You know?
Spice of life.
Yeah.
What's it like balancing the friendship and the work side of co-hosting?
I think Renee is a really good friend. Like I often say to people, like you can have friends who just agree with you or who, you know, when you call about a problem, they're like, oh yeah, like taking your side, if you want to say sides. She will always give it to me straight. Sometimes it will. I remember the first time I was like, wait, like you're not agreeing with me?
Whoa.
Like, don't be mean. And then I was like, no, this is like such a good friend. Like she really just wants what's good for me and she's telling me the truth. And so I think when it comes to business, like that works, you know?
She'll tell you like it is.
And her strengths are my weaknesses and vice versa. Like she hates to write an email. I'm the queen of emails. So like that is something that I can do. She is like a tech forward person. I don't know how to even press play on a camera.
Fair.
So we really balance each other out, which I think is really nice.
Oh, that's awesome. Shifting to the creator lifestyle side, you were just recently in Miami.
I know. Like this is like
this is your life.
A double life. It's crazy.
I love it. I love to like watch it. I'm jealous. I love it.
Thank
you.
all
your travel, your brand events, like and launches. So you were in Miami. What's that experience like? What's that like going from like mom life to like I'm in Miami for an event?
Yeah,
that is amazing.
It's crazy. Like I often say to people, I really live a double life. Like I remember I was at some event in Toronto that people were like, whoa. And then the next morning, like I was like putting my kid on the bus and they were like, wait, you're not in Toronto? And I'm always like, no, like I have kids, you know, and I want to be there with them and for them. And so the separation is a little bit hard. Like I am sleep deprived, I'm tired, but sometimes my mom will be like, why don't you stop something? But they're all things that I love that I'm not willing to give up. And so I think when you love it, then it's worth it.
You just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is very wild. Like I always, in Miami, Renee and I were joking, like our party trick is telling people like, I have 3 kids. And she's like, I'm 40.
It's a great party trick. Because people are like, no, you don't.
Literally.
You are not 40 and you don't have 3 kids. That's
yeah.
crazy. Yeah.
So sometimes it makes me feel a little bit old, but
that's okay.
I really enjoy having both things, because both things are things that I've wanted and that I love.
Yeah.
And so I also love showing parents that like you can do the
do
things you
it.
want.
Yeah.
You know, like what is stopping you?
Yeah.
Nothing.
No.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anything upcoming that like you're really excited about? That
Yeah. I think I can share. Renee and I are going to BravoCon
Woo!
in Vegas.
That's crazy. That's gonna be so fun.
I'm literally so excited. I've never been to Vegas
Okay.
ever.
No, yeah. I've
So
never
like
been to
super
Vegas.
stoked to experience that.
Yeah.
And I'm obviously like the biggest reality TV fan ever. So to go and like see all of these people that I've watched on my screens for years that really did get me through motherhood like in a wild way or like early postpartum days and a ton of breastfeeding. Like it's just so cool to me.
Do you have interviews and stuff set up too?
No. We're just like going to panels. We're like watching everything that's happening. Yeah, you get to meet people, but you don't know who you're going to meet before. So like, I'm just like ready to pass out. Like, I'm like, what's going to happen? You know?
That's just,
I'm really
I
excited.
can't wait to hear about it.
Thanks. We'll do lots of recaps
Oh,
and
I'm
vlogs.
sure. Yes, we will be all following along.
I'm going to have to plan a lot of outfits. That's what I'm stressed about.
And you talked about that on Friend of, and
I'm
I
literally so
I
stressed.
honestly was like, okay, because I had that. I've had that question of like, how do you guys like figure out what to wear?
No, I need a stylist.
Yeah,
I think.
you do.
I actually
If you're
do.
going to all these events, like you
Yes.
probably do. Anybody good?
Yeah.
Shout out to Ariana and Renee. They need a stylist. Okay, before we wrap up, I have to ask, because I know that you love a good concert, a good live
my
music moment.
I'm a
And
live music girl.
Love a concert and live music moment. I want to go to more. My bank account right now.
I know. This is the thing is they're not accessible anymore.
I like, what is that?
It's insane.
When I was a teen, it was so great.
Yeah.
I went to all these shows, and now it's just very difficult.
No,
I still love them, but
it's
I
a
can't go to all
sport
of them.
purchasing
Pretty
tickets.
much.
It's crazy. The adrenaline rush is wild.
Yeah. So what is it about them, besides that you love so much? Like
I
about going
think-
to concert. live
So
music?
something that maybe people don't know that much about me is I play guitar and I played piano when I was a kid. I know.
No, what?
Wild.
You share so
I-
much.
I
about
know.
You don't share that part.
I know. Because I think I don't focus so much time on it, but
Right.
I grew up playing a lot.
Nice.
My mom is a music therapist by trade. So she
Oh
grew
my
up like my
goodness.
whole life playing piano. We've always had like a grand piano in our house. She plays at church.
Oh, that's
We would play music
lovely.
together. Like my entire childhood was like me playing guitar, my mom
I'm
playing
so glad I
piano,
asked you
singing.
this question because we are now learning new things.
I know, like a lot of people don't, because I don't do it anymore often.
Right, that's okay.
Um,
Beautiful though.
But so I've always loved live music, and we would
Yeah.
go to like open mics or like whenever there was live music, like at a bar, like I would
Yeah.
just sit and listen. Like I love live music. It doesn't matter if it's like a huge artist or someone that I've never heard
Yeah.
of. Like I love it. And so, yeah, I just love concerts, and I didn't go for a long time to many concerts because money, because
Mhm.
kids, because
Mhm.
time. And now I've just
COVID also
Yeah.
like, screwed all that up.
totally.
Yeah.
So now I've started really like going to artists that I
Yes.
love, and it's so much fun. I really, really enjoy it.
It is. I love like just the atmosphere.
Yes.
Like people that go to concerts will get it. People that don't go to concerts won't get it. But
Yes.
like, when you are there, I don't know. It's just like everybody there is there for the same person. It's like going to a sporting event.
Yeah.
You know, and I love sports too. So like, don't
Yes,
come
same,
at me for that. But like, it's just when you are there and you're in this huge atmosphere with all these people,
The energy.
it's so good.
I know, it's amazing. There was I used to be like a huge Avril Lavigne fan. Like
Love
I have
that.
pictures of, I still am. I have pictures
Yeah.
of me when I was a kid, like in my front yard, doing like choreographed dance in my
That's
skater boy outfit
so
with my neighbor
good.
down the road. And so All Your Friends was this summer. It's like
Mhm. Yes,
where they
yes,
do
yes.
Boots and Hearts, but it was
Yeah.
like Simple Plan, Boys Like Girls, Avril
It
Lavigne.
was like our millennial emo phase.
I literally was like, I have to go.
Yeah.
Like, there's no other option. So we went, and like Avril Lavigne with my sister, just like screaming in a field. Like, those are memories and moments that like you want to hold on to forever.
Right?
You know, the
So
feeling
good.
when you're there is why I love it.
You and Renee mentioned on Friend of that you want to go to Coachella next year.
I want to go so
How
bad.
serious is this? Is
I
this
really
happening?
want to go. I feel like it's a very expensive trip.
Yeah.
So like, if we
But
could
it would
find
be
a
like the
brand partner or
experience
something.
of a lifetime.
Literally, think about the outfits, think about the experience, think about the music. Like,
Oh,
if we could make
so
it
good.
happen, I would for sure go.
Yes.
But it's gonna take a lot to get there, I feel.
Yeah. And she's like not for it.
No, but
And
I think she would come
understand
for the
why.
experience.
Oh, well, yeah. It's a once in a lifetime.
Yeah, I think I could make her.
Make it work.
Yeah.
All right. To finish things off, a little sip session tradition. We do
Okay.
a rapid fire.
Amazing.
Okay. So just say the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
The first one we've already done, so I'm going to skip. It's your coffee order.
Oh,
folks.
perfect.
Okay. Song or artist you've had on repeat lately?
Taylor Swift.
Oh.
Duh.
Duh. Current reality TV obsession?
I already said Salt Lake City,
Yeah.
so I'll say Kardashians.
Ooh.
Love.
Dream brand trip or travel destination?
BravoCon Vegas. Like, I'm literally like so excited.
So it's coming true.
Yeah, I'm
Amazing.
freaking out.
Sweet or salty snack?
Salty.
Most used emoji?
Probably hard eyes.
And one word your friends would use to describe you?
I think funny.
You're funny.
Thanks.
True, yeah. Love it. That's perfect.
Thank
I
you.
feel like I know you even better now.
Yay. Thanks for having me.
Oh my gosh, thanks so much
This was
for
so fun.
joining us. Yeah, this was so wonderful. And honestly, I followed you for a long time. I know a lot of people that are going to be watching this have followed you for a long time. And so I just feel like it's just so nice to have you here.
Thanks so much.
Yes. If you want to keep up with Ariana, please follow her at Ariana Joy Christie on Instagram, or listen to her podcast, Your Cup of Joy and Friend of, for both motherhood chaos, messiness, loveliness, but also reality TV and pop culture fun.
Yes, I'm next.
And don't forget to subscribe to Sip Session. That's all for now. We will see you next time. Cheers.